Morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Before we get started, I just had somebody just stop in and want to say hello to everybody. He just stopped in Vegas, and he wants to say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Mr. Steve Payton, Regional Vice President Platinum.
Hey, what's up? You know, I enjoyed you guys a couple of weeks ago. I enjoyed Mr. Thomas so much that, you know, we've been kicking it every day. I mean, this dude lives a crazy lifestyle. I'm going to tell you a couple stories. I mean, we've had swordfish. You know, I had a seafood boil for breakfast. You know, so he's been taking good care of me. You know, we've been having a great time. But yesterday we went bowling. And it was great. You know, we talked to some people. I actually took a video of Mr. Thomas peeking someone, you know, just leading by example, just showing me up. And we had a great time bowling. You know, I didn't know that it was going to be, I didn't know he was what's it called in billiards when you hustle somebody? I didn't know he was a hustler and really, you know, so good in it, you know, but we had a great time. You know, everyone was excited. And I was just shocked. I learned so much. The different gifts that he had. He had a gift for first, second, third place, you know, all different types of things. So we had a unbelievable time together. I just hate losing. I lost every single time. And then one time it was so close. It was a tie on the 9th frame. We were tied up, I think, what was it? 97 or something like that. And, you know, I said, oh, you didn't let it be too close now. Because he had beaten me bad the first time. I thought he was getting tired because he's a little bit older than me. And man, oh man, he said, no, he said, what'd you say? Oh, he said, SVP, I'm gonna show you the difference between SVP and RVP. It was disrespectful, but he backed it up with back-to-back strikes. And I put it on social media. I really think that he's a hustler, like he can hustle somebody in bowling because I put it on social media. And for some reason, people was messaging me talking about, oh, he's really good. So, yeah, you know, he got me to go. But we had a great time. I've been having an unbelievable time in Vegas. And yeah, we had 8 people there. It was just a great time. So a lot of you guys missed out. I was really excited and looking forward to seeing other people there. But I'll give it back to Mr. Al Thomas.
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Steve Payton. Can we give Steve Payton a hand for just popping in? He just started popping. Man, I like this stuff when people come just pop in the town. And hey, listen, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the day's call. This young man, we're so excited to have him. He's just sit across the table and just have a great time with him. Last week when he came in, I love how he opened up the call last week. It blew me away. He says, what am I? And then look, he took the responsibility upon himself. See, that's the sign of a great leader. They're not chastising, but they're taking responsibility. He said, what am I doing that we're not having, you guys are not having more promotions? It's not what he's not doing, it's that we need to go do the work. And he says something else. He says, the more you know, the slower you go. And too many times we get into paralysis of analysis. And I want to thank him to come back this Thursday. It was every Thursday this month, and I can't wait to hear what he's going to bring to the table today. He hails from Southern California. He's also one of the co-founders go-to. He's all the way he's doing the training. He'll be in Monterey, California with Regional Vice President Platinum, Ms. Allison Driscoll, in a couple of weeks. I think that's November the 6th. They'll be there. Yeah, they'll be there in Monterey. He just spoke at the one the one down in Texas, and I can't wait to hear what he's got to say today. Regional Vice President Platinum, the one and only Mr. Dean Tarrolly.
Hey, Mr. Thomas, I'm texting Stephen Payton to see if he's still at your house. Is he still there? Did he leave?
He's going to leave out in about 5 minutes.
Tell him to come back.
Hey, Steve Payton. Mr. Tarrolly says, come back.
That's my guy.
Dude, he said, you're his guy.
By the way, likewise, y'all are going to hear it. You guys both be on camera. Al, sneak in there. Look, man, I'm blowing you up thinking maybe you left already. Dude, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, man? Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you. So you just heard Now, you know, I've been doing Mr. Thomas's call for a couple years right now. It's amazing he hasn't kicked me out yet and said, hey, man, we had enough of you, but he keeps asking me back every other month. But you guys, for those of you who have been and heard me talk over the course of the last couple of years on these Thursdays every other month, one of the things that I'll say to you and what I've said is, if you hang around here long enough, you're just going to find people that you don't just do business with, but you kind of do life with. And the fact that Mr. Thomas, years ago, he and I had an opportunity to meet, and I did an event in Vegas, and, you know, we became friends, and he's kind of coached and mentored me on certain things, as I've told you guys about, somebody that I consider a friend and a resource. It's not a surprise to me at all that I'm now seeing Stephen Payton over there, because birds of a feather, what? Flock together, birds of a feather. You're right. We talk sports. We talk all the stuff that's going on in the world today. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you ever have an opportunity to hear Stephen Payton tell not only his story, but teach and train his perspective on how to build this business, I'm telling you, like, that's the regard that I hold him in. So, you know, to have the opportunity to say what's up while you're out there in Vegas and a quick hello, man, now I'm going to have to figure out how to get in the car and get out there. I think I remember how to drive out there. I'm going to have to try to figure this thing out. You and I are going to have to talk later, man. See how long you're on the west side.
Come through.
You guys, I wish this. Look, I have some, man, I can't believe about what Steve talked about, because what I'm going to talk about today, I have a little clip from a movie that I'm going to show you. And it's the entire basis of our conversation today. So I'll show you that in a minute. And I know that Mr. Payton probably has to go. If he doesn't, great. But if you do, dude, I'm just letting you know, I appreciate you. I love you, man. And what a cool surprise.
I love you too. I'll be listening from the background.
All right. You got it. You got it. Sounds good. You guys, man, see, Al does this, man. Al messes me up. Like, he'll say certain things and whatever. And like, you guys, I'm all ready to roll. But you know what? Here's the funny thing, right? So let me start where I always start. First of all, hope you guys are all happy, healthy, safe, and all that. Number two, please do not take this call for granted with Mr. Thomas. He's a senior vice president in our company. He does not need to do these calls every single day, 5 days a week, plus all his other stuff. So I look forward to that every other month. By the way, every month I do this, I figured that after the month is done, I'm going to get the call from Mr. Thomas. Hey, Dean, thanks. It's been a great run. We're going to take a breather for a few months. I keep thinking that's what he's going to say, but that hadn't happened yet. So let me tell you guys what's on my mind. By the way, did you guys get anything out of last Thursday's call? For real? I hope so. I think it was important. I think it was important for all of us if we're going to take our businesses to the next level. And what I was saying to you and what I was saying to Mr. Thomas was really simple. Like, we need to be in the performance business. And I don't mean performing as in acting. I mean, we need to perform our business, acquiring customers, getting team members, getting them to the events, whether that's on Zoom or in person. So funny that Stephen was there with what I got to talk about. Okay, cool. So let me put this into perspective, what we're going to talk about today. So Mr. Thomas, I know that we started a little bit late here. We need to be wrapped up by 9:30, right? It's fine.
No, sir. Go ahead and take an extra 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine if we do. I just need to know, because I'll make it happen. All right, cool.
You're good. Do another 5 or 10 minutes. You're fine.
Okay, cool. Anyway, here's the point, you guys. Steve, which I was not planning on, as you guys saw, Stephen Payton said that he went out with Mr. Thomas last night, and they were bowling. And so here's something that I want to give you guys permission to do. Okay. I want you guys to give yourselves permission to compete. I want you to compete. I want you to become competitive. I want that for you, right? When you make a decision to compete and you throw your hat in the ring and now you are forced to do what you said you were going to do, that is going to lead to action. And if action is taken consistently enough, that's going to lead to results. It's going to. Now, there's two groups of people that I want you to compete with. And the first group of people is you. And that's the most important group. You got to compete with yourself. You got 5 customer points this week. Next week, we're going for 8. You got 8 customer points next week. Then you got to go for 15. You help someone become an executive team leader in 30 days. Next time, it's going to be 17 days. You got to compete with yourself. You know, the co-founders say finished never is. By the way, proof, you're going to hear me say this a lot in the next few minutes. Proof of that is Al Thomas. He's a senior vice president. You guys, he's now elevating. He's doing more, helping more, serving more. And by the way, don't get it twisted. He wants his business to continue. Look, he may be sitting at, he may have owned banks and sitting on a pile of cash, but he's not done because it's not about that anymore. It's about elevating his game as a leader to be able to serve and help and empower more people. Right? So when we say finish never is, I'll pick up Julian Lewis, a regional director. I know he's going to go RVP. We've had these conversations many times. And guess what? People have life happen. But that when life happens, you guys, it's a great barometer to find out how serious someone is about what it is they said they were going to do. So the first group you got to compete with is yourself. Here's the second group. You ready? Here's the second group. The first group is yourself. The second group is everyone else. Everyone else. And you know what you do? You find someone at your position, whether you know them personally or not, but maybe you see it on the production reports and the recognition reports, and go compete. Like right now, we have 3 people on the regional director charts right now. Myself, Ryan Ruiz, and Jamie Manueli. We have 3 different people on the production charts right now, which is great. Well, here's the thing. I want 10 people on the production charts. That's what I want. So 3 is way better than 0. And I'm glad that I'm on there because I talked to my team about leading by example. And if you don't lead by example, right, you know who's always on the production charts? Steve Payton. So, Al Thomas on the SVP charts, like that is consistent. And it's a reflection of the work that's being done. So when I'm saying compete, like, look, you guys, I'm telling you right now, Stephen Payton's one of the most competitive people I've ever met. Dude is competitive. So you're allowed to compete. And in fact, I encourage you to do that. And by the way, you don't get the result that you want. What do? Go back, look at what happened, see what you can change, make that adjustment moving forward. This is where ACN becomes so fun. You guys, you have to make this a game. If any of you guys ever played sports, there's a playbook. And if you follow the plays according to the playbook, the plays tend to work. Unless someone blows up the play, and typically that's because somebody missed their assignment. But if people follow their assignment, guess what happens? The play works. How'd that guy get so open? We followed the play. He made his block. Whatever the case may be. I'm a little bit in football mode right now, but that's Stephen Payton. He's wearing his Browns jersey. And I told you, the guy messed me up. So let me give you guys the main word that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Right? Because I want you to be competitive. I want you to compete. I want you to compete with yourself. I want you to set some goals that you can compete with and you can achieve and exceed. Achieve the goal and exceed the goal. Something happens to you when you achieve what you set out and you exceed what you committed to. there's a feeling that happens and there's a belief that takes place when this happens in anything in life, much less ACN, right? So the question that I have for you guys is, do you want the word that I'm talking about? Okay, sensational Sharian does and Willie does. So the rest of you guys, y'all can oh, Julian, oh man. So you guys, the rest of you, okay, a few people raised their hands. All right, okay, Jamar, okay, sharper service. Okay, he wants it. Okay, cool. Here's the word, you guys. Here's the word. Man, I wish everybody's cameras on when I can say this because this is going to be important. Here's the word that we need to discuss for a few minutes. The word is evidence. You have to be able to provide evidence that this works. So I have a little clip and I want you guys to watch this. I hope this comes through. So here goes. It's actually from one of my favorite movies. So hold up. Let me see if I can do this. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. And let me go here. Can you all see my screen or no? Yeah? Can you see it? Here it goes. Listen up. Listen up.
You and Dawson, you both live in the same dream world. It doesn't matter what I believe. It only matters what I can prove. So please don't tell me what I know and don't know. I know the law.
All right. Listen again.
You and Dawson, you both live in the same dream world. It doesn't matter what I believe. It only matters what I can prove. So please don't tell me what I know and don't know. I know the law.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that. You know why? Because if you have 50, 60, 75 customer points.
The truth is that Hollywood's elite.
Got that YouTube starts playing ads. All right, so check it out. You guys, you know why I love that? Because if you have 75 customer points and you're getting paid through 5 levels, you're proof. If you have 200 customer points and you're making 20% residuals, you're proof. If you have 3 teams of people and they each got customer qualified and you've got your points, you're an executive team leader, you're proof. You have evidence that this works. So let me explain this to you because there's lots of feeling about ACN. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling motivated, I'm feeling inspired, I'm feeling all these things. Let me ask you guys a question. If Mr. Thomas sat up there and talked about all this stuff, the feelings, the this, the that, and he had no production, and Mr. Thomas, you saw him driving down Las Vegas Boulevard in a 1977 Pinto. You'd be like, I am now on that. By the way, here's what I know what you would do. You would do what I would do. Ready? Here goes. First thing you would do, hopefully out of the heart, you'd say, Mr. Thomas, everything okay? He's like, yeah, just kind of juggling some things around. Second thing I know is this. You would have been on your last 9 a.m. call with Al Thomas. Because you'd be like, this is not congruent. Something's off. But that's not the case. Mr. Thomas has evidence of the work ethic, the system, the company working. So how do we advance all of your businesses? You guys need to accept and embrace and love the fact that you are now in the evidence business. You need to be evidence of the system and the company working, the comp plan working. See, here's the crazy part, you guys. When we have leadership calls like this, like we know the company works. The leaders know the company. Stephen Payton, evidence. I'm not even going to tell you about the dude's lifestyle right now, moving from Cleveland to Dallas and some of the stuff he's doing. That's a conversation for him to share with you. But it's evidence. You know why people don't do more in ACN? Let me tell you guys this. So, permission to be direct, Mr. Thomas?
Absolutely, always.
Okay. So people say, well, if I was making more money, I'd go to more events. If I had a bigger team, I'd be doing more. If I was a regional director, I'd be doing more. If I was a regional director, I'd spend more time on ACN. Totally backwards. If I was an RD, I'd spend more time on ACN. No, if you spend more time on ACN, you'd be an RD. People run around like time owns them. You guys have to really understand this. I know I've covered this maybe a year or two ago, but you own time. You own time. We all get the same 24 hours. We get the same 7 days in a week. You own time. This comes down to your choices. And you guys know when I train, everything will come full circle in a second. This comes down to your choices. So this is important. Your choices determine your actions, which determines your results or lack thereof, which provides your proof or lack thereof, which gives you evidence or an absence of evidence that this works. Evidence is tremendously important. Let me explain why. I hope you guys can all focus on this. You walk into a room, you have a private business reception, and there's 20 people in there. And you roll into that event, and you are a regional vice president, gold, platinum, and SVP, and you roll into that event and you drove your nice car there and you're being humble, you're not being boastful, showy, you're being authentic, but you've worked really hard and you look sharp, not overdone, and you're explaining ACN to this group of people on behalf of your new rep, your new business partner. And you're coming to the end of it and you finish up the overview, and there's a whole grip of people, like 5, 6, 7 guests, 8 guests, 9 guests. They're ready to get started. And you got one guy or gal that comes over and he goes like this. He's like, dude, I can't believe what you just did. And you're like, what'd I just do? And he's like, man, you know, these things don't work. And you're like, really? It's like, yeah, man. You know, people at the top make all the money. People get, they get in, they don't. So you think I should quit? Dude, I don't even know why you're doing this, getting all these people to sign up. Like, yeah, man, you know what? I never thought about it that way. Maybe you're right. That would never happen. Ever. You would look at that guy and feel bad for him. You would look at that guy, dude, those things don't work. Really? Well, you know, I think you're wrong. I mean, I've been doing this 12 years, 15 years, 8 years, 6 years, 9 years. Got out of a job, retired a parent, saving people money, feeding some kids. Yeah, but you know, it's the people at the top. Well, where do you work? American Airlines. Oh, so you're in one of those. CEO, upper management, middle management, lower management. Oh man. I don't think those work. Like that's the kind of mentality that someone needs to have. See, when you're evidence, you guys, when you are evidence of the system working, let me tell you why I gave you that example. When you're evidence, it doesn't mean that you're not going to run into those people. It means when you have evidence and proof that the system works, your conversation with those people is completely different. It is completely different. Hey, Julian, can you unmute yourself for a second, real quick? Or can someone unmute Julian Lewis?
I'm unmuted. What's up? What's up?
Hey, man, how are you, brother?
Blessed. And yourself?
Good, good. So, hey, you've been in ACN for a minute. Have you gotten a check from them, direct deposit?
Yes.
More than one?
Yes.
Do you have a team?
Excuse me?
Do you have a team?
Absolutely.
Going RVP?
Absolutely.
Did anybody talk you out of this?
No, never.
Why?
Because I know for a fact I have the evidence.
Dude, one of the things, Julian, I had to just do this because I'm looking right at you. You're such a great guy. Let me tell you. When you go ETL to RD and you make your first set of cabs as an RD, it will ruin you. You will literally be like this. Why did I take so long to do this? Oh my God. What was I thinking? And you guys, listen to me. Regional directors have windows of time where they have no activity. They have no production. Why do I say that? Because it happens to everybody. Do I want that to happen? Of course not, but this is the reality of life. Some stores are very busy. Some stores go through times where they're not busy. That is in every industry. But listen to me. When you're a regional director and you have no production, nothing is happening, and you sign up one person on the team, that is a $200 bonus to you when they get qualified. It is 4 times the amount that you earn as an executive team leader. The evidence is in the comp plan. So the reason, above and beyond seeing Stephen Payton this morning, look, you guys, here's how to eliminate all delays. Here's how to eliminate the delays in where you want to go in ACN. Number one, you have to have an honest conversation with yourself that you really want to do this. And if that conversation is true and it is authentic and you want it, then it is your obligation to yourself to be evidence of the system working. You have an obligation to yourself to be evidence for yourself and for those around you. I don't want you guys just to be an attendee. That's why I was kind of getting fired up a month and a half ago with you guys. I don't want you just to be an attendee. Now, if that's what you want, that's great. That's not what I want for you. Listen to what I'm saying. If that's what you want, I honor it, being on this call every day, getting some personal, development, being around Mr. Thomas and those kind of leaders, and Jocelyn and the others who speak, and Julian, and I don't want to leave anybody out. My point is this. If that's what you want for you, I think it's phenomenal. If you want to know what I want for you, I want you to develop and have a team and a business that is producing and is evidence of the system working, and it is evidence of the co-founder's vision from 28 years ago that the system works and impact people's lives in a significant way. You can build something limitless. Go figure, you can build an empire, our team's name. You can, that's the opportunity that you have here. So make a decision that you are going to be absolute evidence of the system, the company, the comp plan, and the leadership working. And when you are, watch what happens to you. You go through the ups and downs that are inevitable in any business, and watch what happens to you as you are evidence of the system and the leadership working. Just remember this. When it comes to this business, is your belief important? Yes or no? Belief is super important, but that's why I love that clip. It doesn't matter what I believe. It only matters what I can prove. Because you can have all the belief in the world, faith with no works, that all that stuff. It does not matter what I believe. It only matters what I can prove. Last point I'll share with you, and I'm done. So I have a guy on my team. He's been on this call before. He couldn't be on today because of a work obligation. His name is Chris Sampson. Chris is a great guy. He lives in Phoenix, Arizona. He's an ETL. And if he was on the call, maybe we'll do a call with him and he'll be able to share in some more details. I'm just going to tell you this. For a number of years, Chris has been working to try to go regional director. And I've been coaching him on this and coaching him on that, and being the nice guy, being the tough coach, being all the different things. And he'll tell you. But my message was always the same to him. He's like, wow, I'm in Arizona. I have a disadvantage. People could be right with that. I need to see what you do every given day, blah, 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 all that stuff. And so I kept giving him the same message. And he must be on the call. Hold on a minute. I freaking love him. Hang on. Wait, hang on. Sampson, are you on? Hang on. It's Chris Sampson. That's so great. Is he? Hang on, because I know he had a phone number change. Hang on, let me look for him. Sampson, you got to text me. Are you on this call? Wait a minute, you guys. I'm looking for him. Sorry, I was going to be done already, but now I just got a text from him. Hold on a minute. Hang on. Yeah, this is going to be really good. This is going to give you guys a lot of, you're going to be very encouraged. Hey, are you on this call with Al Thomas right now? Okay, well, dude, you you can jump on it if you want, because I was about to tell your story as I'm wrapping up the call. Mr. Thomas, do we have 2 minutes or no?
Yeah,
okay.
2 minutes.
Okay, yeah. You guys are going to be excited. Jump on the call real quick. Jump on Al Thomas's call. Bye-bye. God works in funny ways. Okay. I just realized, so
you're getting all kinds of surprises today, aren't you, sir?
All kinds of surprises. You guys, this is crazy. So as I was talking to you guys about Chris Sampson, he texted me still on that. Like I'm still telling his story. But what I think he meant was, am I still on the call? And is he, am I clear? Anyway, so funny. So let me tell you guys very quickly. Here goes. Chris has been in ACN for a minute, and I've been coaching him all these different ways. And I love this guy. I mean, I really do. He was in ACN a million years ago. He got out, he got back in a number of years ago. And he had a team starting to get built over here in the 805. And the points would come and go, but something happened about 3 weeks ago. And I don't even know what it is, but I was giving him the same consistent message of what he needed to do to get out of his head and just do the business and not work. I don't have to be sitting right next to him. I can do everything over Zoom with him until we find the right people. And what happened was, by the way, I've been in ACN for over 15 years. I have no idea what happened to him, but something snapped. And here's what he did. He started putting people on quick three-way calls with me. We started presenting the business over Zoom. And at the next update today, you are looking at our newest regional director as of this afternoon. So you guys, I am so fired up for this guy. You have no idea. You have no idea how excited I am for him, because something happened 3 weeks ago. The clouds parted, the sun was shining, the rain had stopped, we could see clearly, and all he was doing is getting people on a 3-way call. We're presenting, and now we're tapping, finding people in the organization. So Chris, I just wanted you to know, typically this is done at 9:30, by the way, but we started a little bit late because we had a surprise guest in the beginning. I want you to know, Chris, how proud I am of you. And I wanted you to know that I was telling this to your story to this entire group to wrap up the call. And here was the message of today, you guys. Why is this important? Because Chris is what? What's the word? Chris is evidence. Evidence that the system works. Don't give up. Stick in it. Listen to your leader. Become evidence and proof of the system working. So, Chris, I'm really proud of you, Mr. Thomas. Back to you.